Hello there, my name's Dave, and I'm glad you can join me for a start off. So thank you. Basically, what it is just I am doing a charity walk, all for CJD Network group, on Facebook and all the social media. So you can look them up. But basically, what I'm doing is a charity walk. It's the Dales Way, and it's going to happen in August 2023. It's all about me trying to raise money for the charity and also raise awareness, which I feel that there is a lot of confusion with the disease. Basically, let me start. I'm just going from something what has been written behind you, as it were, or whatever. It's Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease, otherwise called mad cow's disease. Basically, it is an invariably fatal neurodegenerative disease affecting the brain. It comes in several forms, and this is what I'd like to sort of discuss, which is there are 4 different types. Everyone thinks it's just one, but there isn't. There's one, which is the main one, what everyone thinks it is variant. Variant is where meat is consumed that is contaminated from an infected cow with BSE. This was discovered in 1996, and in the BSE crisis. This is now eradicated through strict controls and meat production, as there seems to be no more cases. The second one is inherited. Sorry, I'm jittering around here. Trying to get comfortable to read it all, sorry. This inherited. So this is where the disease is passed down through the genes, like Down syndrome or something like that. Tests can be done to see if you have an inherited infected gene, but the doctors can never say you are 100% in the clear. Sporadic, this is a more common one, where anyone can contract it. People never know about it, and it's also misdiagnosed as Alzheimer's or Parkinson's or dementia, things like that. It's all just neurological, things like that, and often it's too late. The misdiagnosis is too late because it's misunderstood. So it's very rapid. All the diseases are very rapid, and basically the 4th one, they're all rapid, but the 4th one is where I'm involved in. I was put in this position when it was 1976. I've had 1,500 injections. There was 1,800 recipients, around about, rough figures. And this arises, it's called the iatrogenic version. The iatrogenic version is a contamination from tissue from an infected person, usually as a result of a medical procedure or treatment, such as human growth hormone, like me, in the 1970s and 1980s. 1996, because of the BSE, it was changed to a synthetic version. But I had my injections from 1976 to 1986, so that's 10 years. So the injections are in the thousands, what I had. But that's the overall injections. There was in my buttocks, and over the 1,500 odd injections. By the end of it all, just before I was 21, my mother gave me all the injections, every one of them. And basically at the end, my mum broke needles in my backside, the bent needles. They had to be pulled out by pliers. Not nice. Anyway, excuse me. Memories, eh? So, it turns out that from 1976 to and 19. Oh God. Sorry, I had to go on pause then. Basically, halfway through my injections, I found out later. I'm part of the Prion team now, having tests and also helping with medical science now. And halfway through, I found out that halfway through, I received human growth hormone from cadavers, and basically it was a pituitary gland out of the brain. So basically, they were beheaded to get this pituitary gland and did what the magic, and then they administered it to me as well as other the recipients, and turned out that they were batches what were infected. So yeah, here we are. I was put into this situation, whether I like it or not, and I didn't find out until after BSc. I was in. I had to go into hospital. I had to find out through the doctor. He was very upset about it all, and basically said that I was at risk of contracting CJD. I am now 57. I am now doing as much as I can to make people aware. Also, let them know about, in a bit more depth, of the different variants, and make people a little bit more aware. I'm very aware of people who have been losing people to sporadic, and I've been sort of being there for people through CJD Network. CJD Network is exceptionally good, as far as you're all in the same family group and you get good advice and support. So this is why I'm here, really, to try and make people more aware and get things out there, because I was put into this situation. Sorry, I'm not going to edit, because I just want it to be as natural as possible, and just get it out there as best I can, and just try. The doctors have basically said, after all the tests, said, Dave, you've dodged the bullet. You have. You're very fortunate. So here we are. This is why I'm doing the video. This is how I'm doing the walk. I do get upset. I won't deny it. But now I've dodged the bullet and I want to help. And I'm going to do the walk. I'm doing it with my son. I have been through 2 divorces, thanks to CJD, really, and stress, anxiety, and a lot of other things. Very, very mixed emotions. And what I will say is that I will stress, while it's there at the forefront of my mind, earlier on today I was talking to Beth from CJD support group, and she's very, very supportive towards me. I am, I would say, one of the only people on the site where I've received these injections. I would so love for other people to come forward of these 1,800, because at the moment, all right, there's strict sort of confidentiality and everything, but it's very lonely. You're a very unique person. I am in many ways, but this is different. So if you want to come forward, I'd love to speak to you, because you're not on your own. Sorry. Just passionate. So here we are. Therefore, that's my situation, and I'm doing the walk also, which I've forgotten to say, is that there's me, my son, my son's friend who's a paramedic, and also my two dogs, Mabel and Beryl. I have written a newsletter on CJD support group, and that tells you everything, all of my own words of my life, all the way through, and what I've managed to achieve. I'm in my third relationship with Joe, and the next episode of this is where Joe will express her feelings and her own like relationship with me and how she copes with me as a person. And also she's going to go into a bit of her own life and how that I've helped her. And then hopefully we're going to progress from there to actually welcome other people to maybe get in touch, and I'll try and answer some questions. And I've been very fortunate. I've been in last year with very, very busy. I gave spinal fluid and also bloods down at Prion team down in London, and also went to the open day there. I was invited to the open day, and also welcomed with open arms up to the Edinburgh team because they wanted to see me up there. And I've certainly come around, and on my own with everything, and on the third marriage and things, and I've done it on my own. My mum passed away, unfortunately, and I'm doing it for mum as well because my mum gave me the injections, and but I've actually got my son, my only son, to commercial pilot. He's a commercial pilot now, and if it wasn't for my mum, we wouldn't be able to do it, bless her, and God rest her soul. And my mum struggled with the injections because we went through the media as well after the BSE crisis, which I must say, I know I'm jiggling around a little bit here, but it's just, yeah, I'm sorry, but I am slowly getting it all out. So maybe it's making it where you want to listen a little bit more, and it might be, helping. But in the BSE crisis, I ended up in the newspapers, and mum ended up in the newspapers twice, actually. And I think it was the second time, I can't remember now because it's a bit of a blur, I proper kicked off because the headlines, there was headlines outside all at where I live, and basically the headlines was mother injects son with a lethal injection, and that was me. And I went absolutely scatty. I went round all the local area and pulled them all out of every notice outside as much as I could to protect my mum and to protect me. But they still sold the newspapers, and that was the best I could do. So my mum went into depression. I went into depression. I tried to take my own life, but I'm still here. And all I want to do now is to help these people. I will get my words out. I apologise. Sporadic. I mean, no, not sporadic. CJD. in some of the posts lately, just to let you know how aggressive it is. I read all the sort of things what people have put up on the Facebook group, and generally what it is that people get the person, when they get Alzheimer's, it seems to be going really rapid, really quickly, and even the doctors get confused and they're wondering what's going on. They're trying all sorts of things, and all of a sudden CJD comes into mind, because they start to ask other people, other doctors, specialists, and such and so forth. And generally by then, it's too late. There was one person who put something up on the web, on CJD Network, said when they thought it was Alzheimer's, it was just something not quite right. Started to get obsessive with folding clothes, walking up and down, and sort of making butterflies with the hands. So that was one day. 4 days later, they were immobile, and they couldn't talk, and they could hardly, they couldn't move, they couldn't do anything, they couldn't communicate or anything. So this is when they actually get frustrated and angry that they can't fold clothes, they can't do what they used to do. That's how quick it is. So generally, you are very lucky in hindsight, but the doctors will quote further on this. But generally, roughly speaking, there was people here, on the site, 6 weeks. And if you're very lucky, but I don't know whether luck is the word to say, 12 months. So, yeah, it's quick, very quick, to make you immobile and everything. So, yeah, I am passionate about it. This is why, yeah, I worry. I very much worry, because I get up every morning and I go, right, I remember yesterday, right, let's get on, let's go to work. And that's what I do every day for years and years and years and years and years and years and years. It's like Groundhog Day, really. And I have had some cases where I can actually put it in a box and put it on top of the mantelpiece, but it's not often. It's there every day, because I've been told that I have received, through an injection, this killer, this disease. And what I'd say about disease as well, just to put people right, is you can't contract it from like breathe it in, or like flu or the common cold or other things like that. You can't. It's a prion. It's in your head. That's it. The only way you can contract it is the same as me, with a surgical equipment. That's it. And also what I've experienced before I go is I have told people when I went in the newspapers back in, friends stopped talking to us and walked over the road when I was walking the opposite way, and because I thought it was a disease and thought I'd contract it off me. And I did go quiet because the papers, we were extremely embarrassed, traumatized, everything. Went quiet. Because we went quiet, it just got worse and worse and worse, until I tried to take my own life. And Mum was really, really psychologically hurt, because she was trying to help me, because I struggled in school. And then I didn't bother saying anything at all, and I carried on and carried on and carried on. But every sort of girlfriend I've always said, and some people ran a mile. But then there's also my wives, my ex-wives and that, but also my first wife didn't know about it. I didn't know about it until we went to the doctors. And then my marriage broke down in 3 months. My next marriage, that was nearly the same. And now I'm with Jo, and Jo is embracing it to a different level, bless her. So no, you can't contract it like from flu or anything. It's only surgical equipment. But now I've been down to London and everything was fine. I had friends and family and we've got friends down here, and we've got in a town, smallish town, centre of England, and basically we're telling friends and family what I've done, how I've survived, what I'm doing, how I'm trying my best to help to, get a cure. And was telling, not everyone, but a few people, just how Jo were proud of me and I were proud of myself. I have no friends anymore like that. They don't know how to take it, so that's it. They don't speak to us anymore. There you go. So yeah, there's so much I can say, really, but I'd like you to take some time and have a look at CJD Network and read my story. But this is the more nitty-gritty side of it, what I've just said, and I would like you to I thank you for the time that you've actually got this far with me umming and ahhing and breaking down and this, that, and the other. But please support the group. Also, on a good note, is that there is at the meeting when we went down to London, we were told that finally there is a drug has been tested with some really, really, really good results, and all the people who have been involved in it, like lumbar punctures and bloods and this, that, and the other. So there's some were sporadic, iatrogenic, inherited, and people are trying the best for a cure. And PRN 100 seems like there's very positive results, and we're getting there. They are getting there, the scientists. Fantastic. And I'm just doing whatever I can. Every time they phone me up down in London, they go, Dave, can you? I went, yeah, straight away before they even finish. And I go down. So yeah, because I'm individual and on my own, and I don't know of anyone else who's iatrogenic, who's had iatrogenic like me, and I've been told that I'm, dodge the bullet, I'm going to do it. I won't stop. I'll carry on. Do as much as I can and do as much for charity as I can and raise money. I'm going to the papers also. The papers are interested, and I'd even go to the TV if need be to try and help, and even try and publicise this PRN 100. I'll do anything. I just want to be not responsible, but I'm in a different position to sporadic and all the others, because you contract it, you get it, and that's it. So bless them. So I've had it. I've had the injections, but I haven't had it, and I'm going to fight it, and I'll carry on. So thanks for listening, and I hope that you actually see us again in the future, where it'd be Jo telling her a bit, and we'll go from there, and then me and Jo will be together, see if there's any feedback from you guys, and we'll come up with some more subjects and sort of things what we can talk about, a few more facts. So thanks for your time. Sorry about me getting emotional, but I'm not going to edit these things, because it's showing the pressure, and it just shows what I want to do no matter what. So goodbye, and thank you very much.